Good evening, ladies as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here with some more Hearthstone Arena. Got a pretty bad flip on this one. I just did Warlock and I don't really want to play either of these two, but we'll do Rogue because it's supposed to be better than Warrior, so we'll try it out. Got SI Agent as the first pick. It's the only good card there as well. Here we have a choice between a nice endgame finisher and a nice early card. A card that can sometimes randomly win you games and turns on mech synergies. I'm going to grab the Tiger though. I think it's just a nice to have as a finisher. This guy is just a bit too swingy. We're going to take the Protector, which is good early and good late. Mastered. I hate, I just hate this card. I hate it because it's such a huge swing winning that Joust or not winning it. I hate it when the opponents play it. I hate playing it myself. I'm just going to take the Kodo, which is a reasonable alternative. Okay, so we have to choose between Backstab and the Ogre. Oh man, it's kind of crazy because that Warlock run I just had was so good and it had almost no removal, just lots of quality minions. But I don't think that means that you should take an Ogre over a Backstab. Alright, Crusher is the only playable card there. Two playable cards here. Really solid 3-drop, or just a good finishing card. I'm going to take this as, I think it's important to try to angle for some kind of synergy with Blade Flurry, even though Blade Flurry is a rare. It's just nice to have a thing if you can reasonably take it, if it's not totally stupid, that will synergize with it because it's such an important card. Second Backstab or Farseer? I'll take the second Backstab, although maybe the healing would have been the right move. Alright, Sap takes care of anything, but I'm not going to pass on a Kraken, which is good endgame. Gotta make sure we get that Kraken. Yeah, so mediocre 2s. I'd actually take a Cut Purse over the Summoner, or the Matter Bomber, which is amusing, but we'll take the Cut Purse. I don't know how good that really is. We'll try it. Cult Master. It's one of those cards that just keep going up and down on it. And these are both really good alternatives to it. We'll take it for card draw. Alright, Silence is important. Also, it's the only playable card. Shredder. One of the best commons in the game. Well, this kind of makes me wish I'd actually, taken that Ogre, but of course I had no idea that two more backstabs were going to come. We'll take the Blue Gold Warrior here, I guess, because I think too many backstabs can be a problem. War Golem, I don't want to commit to. I've got some decent endgame here. I don't want to take a bad endgame card, so we'll take a mediocre 4-drop instead. Buffing or this mech. Well, what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 2 drops. Yeah, we'll take a Dwarf. Kvaldir Raider is a good endgame card. We'll take it. This guy's kind of like a Blue Gold Warrior for Rogues, and it gives me a 1-drop. This gives me a 3-drop, which I'm also lacking, and it's a good, buffing thing. Yeah, I'll take the buff card. I don't know. That could be a mistake. Here, the Maiden of the Lake isn't as good for Rogues just because of the inability really to use your hero power every turn. So, while this is interesting, I'm going to just take the Farseer here because I don't have any healing yet. Burgle's good, but Bomb Lobber is flat and broken. Questing Adventurer, I don't want to go for that shenanigan. I think we'll just take the Skulker. That's a fine card. So Pit Fighter I think is what I'd normally take here, but I've already got a ton of 5s. I'm going to just grab a Crusader, which is a pretty solid 3-drop. Betrayal or the Barber. Well, I never did get any Blade Flurries, so it's not that likely the Barber will be that good. The Squire is interesting for Rogues, because if you do play it on turn 1, Rogues, not that uncommonly, will dagger up on turn 2. But I think I'm just going to take Betrayal for the removal. Can't see the other cards mattering enough. Any useful stuff with Blue Master? Yes. 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 Maybe, kind of, maybe. Wow, there's actually a lot that is useful to Panda here. Maybe, maybe, maybe. Wow. Maybe? Even maybe on that. Yeah, there's like a ton of stuff in this deck that I would not mind popping back in the hand. Now, this guy is really great, but I'm not going to take it over a Shredder because I already have a bunch of 2s anyhow. I don't have any dragons. Well, I got 1 dragon. If I had 2 dragons, I'd feel much better about taking that guy, because this guy is crazy if you have 2 dragons, but since I don't, we'll just take another Farseer, because healing is good for Rogues. Alright, this gives more healing, but since I took the 2 Farseers, I think I'm going to grab the Tron instead, because it's such a strong card. Ouch, this is garbage. I don't think I can take a Harpy, so we'll take another Tall Strider, which is a shame to have 2 of those, because it's such a weak card. Magi, I think, is better than the Mercenary. Turns on my backstabs. And we'll grab the Golem as a finisher. So a little bit of a struggle to get minion quality there. Not much in the way of spells, just like the Warlock run. Although the Warlock, with Life Tap, has a built-in advantage for the long game. So as long as you can kind of stay even, you eventually pull ahead. Whereas the rogue doesn't quite have that sort of thing with the dagger. Never did get Blade Flurry or Fin on Knife, so Master Removal is lacking, as it was with the Warlock run. But the minions are definitely not as good as in the Warlock run. So I think this might actually... I don't know. There's a bit more removal here than in the Warlock run, but there's definitely a lot worse minions, so I might be in trouble. I unfortunately also never picked up any one-drops. Gonna take a little bit of a risk here and keep the Skulker. I wouldn't keep it against anyone but a Paladin, probably, because it's just so effective at catching up if he uses hero power a lot. Granted, my hero power can kind of counter his. Probably shouldn't have done this. This is probably not actually a good thing to keep with no other playables. So now I have nothing to play till turn 4, which is a little bit scary. Gotta hope he has a slow start. Okay, well, at least he doesn't have a one-drop. And Cut Purse arrives just in time. So this is kind of cool. That coin could actually be handy here. Oh, don't play a Cog Hammer. Don't you even. Don't you. Oh, okay, good. Oh, but it's a taunt, so I can't actually. Oh, well played, sir. Should I do this? Should I golem? You know what? Whatever. You only live the one time, right? Let's just friggin' do it. So it sucks to give him a mana crystal for the rest of the game. Obviously, I would have rather that be a Wolf Rider. But who can say no to a coin? I mean, this gives me one mana crystal. He gets a mana crystal forever. So, yeah, it's clearly not like an actual equal trade. But, okay, this is cool. So now we can coin into the Lobber. I get another coin. MVP Cut Purse over here. Granted, a Pint-Sized Summoner would have been basically as good. Except the Cut Purse gives me a coin for future turns, which is nice. So it kind of gives you a benefit on the first turn. On the next turn, no, never mind. That doesn't. What I'm saying is making 0 sense. Okay, never mind. So we have a couple of different options here. I could I could attack with the Cut Purse. Then I have 2 coins, so I have a total of 7 mana to work with. I could actually Panda replay the Lobber, but that still only takes us down to 2, and then a dagger doesn't finish it. I'll play the Skulker to drop this down to 4, and then double coin dagger this plus Bomb Lobber to kill it. I mean, it's losing a lot of potential of the Skulker is the main problem. I could also just ignore this thing. I could also play Master Coin and then just throw these 2 things at it and get cards. Lots of options here. I feel like this is just it's one of those tough decisions that makes a huge difference. Alright, don't let Paladins keep creatures. We'll do it this way. So let's run those guys in there. Backstab can't be used because it's only on damaged minions. Of course. So the disadvantage of this is I really don't have a particularly good board presence with this play. Just a 4-2. But I got a bunch of cards, and I do have some answer type cards like the Skulker here. And Backstab now that I picked it up. He has a pretty good answer to my 4-2. And a Tron, which Kodo is a pretty good answer to. Pretty good being understatement of the century. Now I could also Owl Backstab it, but really this is such a win for the Kodo. Gets past all that bullshit. Alright, so now I have a Kodo versus True Silver. This is better than having a Cult Master versus True Silver. He's got a 7-drop here. I can deal... Actually, this and Backstab only deal to undamaged minions, so really just 2 damage. 5, 6 damage is the most I can deal. Definitely not out of the woods yet. So he's going to kill my Kodo somehow. Muster for battle. And what else? Hopefully no Quartermaster. He can't play Quartermaster. There's no way. He's going to ooze my weapon. Oh, man. I'm not going to say sorry because that's pretty bad-mannered, but Skulker definitely earns his keep right here. Honk. And then all of his stuff dies. I'm going to get a little bit greedy here, and I'm going to Panda back the Kodo after attacking. Doesn't develop my board as much, but the Kodo was going to just die to his weapon, so I'm not exactly losing anything. And yeah, since I played a Consecration attached to a 4-3, essentially. I can see why he'd be a little bit frustrated and give up. Alright, so that was a pretty good start. Dark Iron Skulker, definitely a mistake to keep it, but the Cult Master definitely earned his keep in that game. I'm lucky he didn't have a coin play on turn 1, because if he had killed the Skulk or the coin purse, then, or the cut purse, whatever that's called, then I wouldn't have been in as good of shape. Okay, so we're up against a Warlock here. This time, slightly better hand. I think I'm going to take an aggressive route here, kind of. And we'll just plan to play this on turn 2 and coin out the Shredder on turn 3. Okay, that might change my plans. I can go coin this thing, dagger turn 2, and then proceed with the Scarlet Crusader. I'm going to try it. You might say, Papa Boris, this is dumb because he just Dark Bombs this, but if he doesn't have Dark Bomb, I'm daggering, and then I can kill anything with up to 3 health. I think it's worth it. The only really bad card is the Dark Bomb. Okay, so he doesn't have Dark Bomb, so Fairy Dragon instead, that's fine. So we put the... oh, even better. I was going to put the dagger in hand, but the Blue Glue Warrior is a nice top deck. Lets me keep a 2-3 instead of a 2-1 out. Compared to... okay, so why did I coin this out? If I just pass a turn and he plays that, you know, I play this in response. I just wanted to be a little bit more proactive about fighting for the board, given that I don't have that much removal. So the Scarlet Crusader I picked pretty aggressively over some bigger thing. And I'm glad, because it's given me a good 3-drop here. I can deal up to 4 damage with it. Oh, the pain is real. I cannot dagger out afterwards to finish this off. I'm short. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is think about whether to pop this or not. If I pop it, then this engine dies upon killing my Shredder. But if this engine dies upon killing, if this engine hits my Shredder, I can just dagger next turn and kill it off that way. I don't really see much urgency to pop the shield here. I can always pop it next turn if I decide not to dagger. It seems like it's just better to leave this alone. Like if I want to play the Kodo, for example, then I can just pop the shield. No, no, that's not good. Well, I don't think my play was a mistake per se. I mean, how's that supposed to die? That kind of crap was going to happen. Ah, God. All right. Well, it's not over yet. We can lobber here. I think... do I want to pop and then lobber? Yeah, I think we're going to pop to see if I get some wacky thing. That will change what I do. Okay. So, really, not the end of the world, considering you played a 6/6 for 3 mana and stole my Divine Shield. We're doing okay card-wise here. This is unfortunate, because it lets him kill that off and then kill off my lobber as well. Please don't have a Dark Bomb. If he has a Dark Bomb here, I'm gonna be in trouble. Scarlet Crusader. Damn. And he does make the conservative move here, which is the good move for him to make. So I can Owl and Dagger, but I think the Kodo makes more sense. Again, I'm a mana shy of having the Dagger to pop this shield with. He has 6 cards, I have 5, I'm about to have 6, he can life tap freely. Yeah, he's definitely ahead here. Okay, so he just takes the card advantage away from himself, but in exchange, he obviously gets quite a bit of value here. Oh, man. Alright, I think here I could use Betrayal Dagger to finish this, or I could just play Golem and then Owl and Dagger that. I'm going to go ahead for that. Mana Crystal at this point shouldn't be too relevant. I want to clear out his board. These cards are unfortunately a little bit lackluster at the moment. Betrayal does not work with spell damage, as we all know, of course. So, yeah, I'm kind of at his mercy. He life taps and has 5 cards to my 4, soon to be 5. It's not the greatest situation. But I'm hanging in there. It's possible that I can still yoink this out if I get lucky. This is definitely not what I wanted to see. Do I play a 6? Oh, yeah, this definitely is what I play. So we do this, this, and I have a 6/6 versus his 5/6. Of course, he gets a card up by killing this Owl. But I could also consider, like, if he doesn't kill this, I can just go for face and try to race. No, he's got Siphon Soul or Silence or some dumb crap. North Sea Kraken. Alright, well, it's not the best answer to it, but it is a 9/7. That's kind of its own barrel of problems. 3/4. I can actually get this dragon out. So I'm going to do it because I need it to be a 9/9 so I can trade with this Kraken. Alright, this is a little risky. Obviously, if he has like a Siphon Soul or something, that would be bad. And it sucks to lose this to a Kraken. But then I've got a pair of 3/2s. He can't leave it alone. He's just afraid I would kill him. Yeah, so he trades the Kraken. I'm just hanging in there by a thread this whole game. Void Caller, probably going to ignore that. I can't afford to risk any shenanigans. My health is actually pretty significantly above his, so I think this is where I just got to go for it. Yeah, so I think we just attack, 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 and then think, because I could put this back in my hand and replay it and silence it. Then, of course, I lose the buff on it, which could be a bluff. Not sure if this is the right play. That's the play I'm gonna make. I'm buffing this so that it trades with the tiger. The tiger doesn't just get to kill it. So I'm hoping the tiger kills that. This kills one of my 3/2s, and then the other 3/2s can get some damage. And he hasn't had removal really. So unless he throws down like a Fell Guard or something off this Void Caller, I'm hoping I can just hit him with that pair of 3s. Oh, he just top decked an Implosion. God darn it. That's not good. I'm extremely disappointed by that top deck because it enables him to save 3 damage, which is a problem. Oh man, that's, well, it's not the greatest. It really only kills these imps. But I'll take it here. Let me think about this. Yeah, this just makes the most sense to play it first. So we do that. If only the Cobra were in the middle, that would be so cool. I can't really sneak any extra kills out of here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to Betrayal there, which allows me to dagger his face. And his last card in hand wasn't a demon. I'm at a pretty high health total. I'm threatening lethal with this plus a dagger, so he has to have life gain or taunt. He gets a taunt off the top of his deck. That's just terrific. Well, at least he can Inspire with Mookless Champion, so this really just is a 4/3, but I have to lose my last minion to kill that thing. And he now, unfortunately, has the kill ready in hand from my Tall Strider. So that was an amazing top deck that he got of the Evil Heckler. I might not be able to pull this out, because if I miss a beat, if I top deck some stupid like Backstab or something, I'm gonna give him time to build back a board and win. So luckily he can't really use any of these really good Inspire creatures. Okay, that's a good card. Definitely puts my fears to rest about top decking bad stuff. I need him not to get Sludge Belcher off the top here, or let's see what else. Sunwalker would be annoying. Although Sunwalker's actually not as annoying as Sludge Belcher here. He Desperado life taps. Okay, that's a good sign because he's dead to the dagger. Does he have like a Defender of Argus or some crap here? So this is the card he top decked before the life tap, and it was a Wrathguard, which definitely doesn't do him any good, and Siphon Soul, which is clever, but does not save him. So let's just kill him off, and that, as they say, is that. Is it bad manners to kill a Wrathguard? I guess I wouldn't advise it, because there's always a chance that you think it's a Wrathguard, but it's some other minion. And so then you end up just wasting the attack and the opponent lives. So you probably should just always hit opponents in the face. Well, so far this is going pretty well. Those were pretty solid wins. Granted, well, one of them was a Paladin. And he even got a Blood Knight to go off, so, and a True Silver. So he really didn't have, he wasn't really that lacking for luck. Cutpurse kind of stole me the game there. Bean. Simply named. Alright, unfortunately here, I don't have the coin. So I'm going to keep the 3-3 over the 3-2. And just dagger on turn 2. Okay, we got a pair of 3-3s with battle cries that would be wasted. So I'm hoping this guy has a slow start. Another 3-drop. Oh, jeez. At least this is the best 3-drop to play. Just blank. He's got the coin play, and it is... What annoying thing. A Trog. Alright, so this is not worth hitting with the dagger, unfortunately. Nor did I top deck an answer. Backstab wouldn't have been too bad. I'm ready to kill a recruit, but it's unlikely that a recruit is what he has here, because why would you coin a 2-drop versus a rogue as a paladin, who, with rogues being A, good at killing recruits with their hero abilities, so you really don't want to play a recruit against them on turn 2, and B, rogues being very good at killing minions for cheap. Yeah, he had another minion. So here I'm just hoping that this Scarlet Crusader works. That's it. Nothing fancy going on here. I'm hoping I get to Stone Cold 2-for-1 with this Crusader, so no Blood Knights or any other wacky stuff. I just want to hit this, got the dagger to protect against recruits, and get a 2-for-1 going. He had a 2-drop on turn 1, a 2-drop on turn 2. That's a pretty good card here. Please don't hit my Crusader. Okay, it didn't hit my Crusader, which is good. Can't complain about my luck too much here. Alright, so we kill, I think, the hardest hitting creature. And here, I could give this thing taunt. I could play my 4-drop. 5-4 is something better than the 3-3, but in well, hang on a second. In context, the 3-3 is good, but it's less meta than the 5-4, which is also good. And I'm not about to die or anything. I might as well just play the more expensive minion. So next turn I can trigger combo with this agent, finish off this Trog. If it's still around, it might not be. It might just have killed my Crusader. Okay, I get lucky here that he doesn't have like a Dark Iron Dwarf or something to get extra value. So, yeah, we're doing okay here. I think actually we'll use the Lobber. You know, I could have held on to the Lobber and used it at a different time. But it just gets the board clear compared to the Tiger. And, you know, you really want to have a clear board against Paladins always, but especially in a deck that doesn't have that many removal options. Right, Spider Tank's not the greatest. I can kill it. Argent Lance, however, is annoying because it kills my creature. And then I don't have an easy kill versus this tank. Like if I use the SI agent, this thing has 2 health, doesn't die to the dagger. Alright, do I play Arcane Golem here? Yeah. The Mana Crystal takes him up to 7. It's not irrelevant exactly, but it's not the end of the world either. And I'm going to start hitting him in the face. I think it's important to start getting some damage in with this dagger that I've been sitting on. Because at this point I might have actually enough mana left over to replay the dagger. Okay, so can he get a good 7-drop here, like a War Golem or something? That's kind of the test. He gets a 5-drop, and what's the extra mana here? And an Unstable Ghoul. Well, it's not too bad. He violates Papa Boris's iron law of don't hit minions if you aren't going to kill them. Can I punish him for it? Well, I can owl this thing, and then I have 5 mana left, with which I can do what exactly? Here's the thing. Do I really want to owl this? I mean, if I owl this, what am I doing? I'm just going to... I could play the SI agent and dagger this thing. And then I still have 2 mana left over to play this to give something taunt. What would I want to have taunt? He does have a Tiger out. If I owl this, SI agent to kill it, I'm hitting him for... plus the daggers, I'm hitting him for 6 down to 11. Do I really want to try to push through the win? I could just very simply play the Lobber. No, because if I throw the Lobber at this thing goes down to the point where it gets killed by that. Yeah, alright, so we're going to do this. Do this to stop it from killing my 1 health minions. Taunt to those. And push through some damage. Okay, so basically I'm hoping he doesn't have Consecration here. Because if he uses the Lance to kill a 3-1, he's down to 8 health. He really doesn't want to do that, I reckon. So, oh, that's coming from way left. Could be a consecration he's been holding on to. No, it's a mysterious challenger. Well, how good of a draft did he get? Alright, he got 2 secrets. Really, I have no idea what those are. I mean, if he got this early, he might have just taken bad secrets for the sake of having secrets. So this is looking like a bit of a... Well, it's not really a ranked hand. I mean, you'd never have a Tiger out with an Argent Lance if this were a Secret Paladin deck in ranked. But, let's see. He's got 11 damage. I'm at 11 health. I'm not going to die. I'm going to check for Noble Sacrifice with my face. Let's see. Am I still not going to die? 11? He can't do 9 damage to me. There's no way. Alright, he has the Avenge. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so he's got... Wow, it's a pretty good suite of secrets there. So let's just check here. I mean, he's got 14, 16 damage. He only needs 4 more to kill me. I tragically have only 7 damage. So if I just completely ignore his stuff, I could die because all he needs is a True Silver. 14, 16, yeah. So I need to hedge my bets. I think this makes the most sense to keep my minion count high. But I'm not going to kill that Tiger. Do I play these 2 or do I play this one that has stealth? That's an important decision. I think I'm going to play these 2 because he doesn't have Consecration or he would have played it last turn. So I'm going to go for this. So he's got 14 damage. He needs 6 to kill me. So True Silver plus Consecration or True Silver plus Hammer or a pair of hammers. I mean, it's possible, but I think the cost of killing this was too high. Another left card. Frost Elemental, good sign. He only freezes 1 minion. That's, I mean, I'm still threatening lethal with any of my minions, and he only has 2 kills. And only 3 mana to work with here. Another Unstable Ghoul would actually be really good for him. Ah, is he dead? Does he have a Shield Bearer? Alright, we win another game where we just tickle the opponent to death. And I am not complaining. Oh, Rogue's not actually up to level 60 for me. Well, it's good that we're playing this. Got a really good quest to make up for the fact that I've been skipping daily quests for like the last 2 weeks by not playing Hearthstone at all. I actually missed the last couple of brawls too. Shame on me. Shame. Shame, shame. Boatloads of shame. Night after night, day after day. Alright, so... Oh, how sad is this run gonna be is the question. Are we going to lose 3 games in a row here, or after the next win, or after the win after that, or am I finally broken through and actually having good runs? Demon Knight, the cleverly named Paladin. 4th opponent, 3 of the 4 opponents I faced were Paladins. Alright, we're not going to make this... This was a mistake, right? This was a mistake. That had to have been a mistake to keep that in the opening hand with no other plays. There's so many bad things that can happen that just won't answer. And, alright, I'm a little bit afraid because it's like I'm trying to relive that first game with the MVP cut purse. But usually when you try to relive the past, this once-in-a-lifetime magical moments, it doesn't work out the way you'd hoped. Well, he needs to not have a 1-drop. Okay, he's a secret. That's fine. So I can do what? Cut purse? Yeah, I'm going to cut purse. I mean... It could be Noble Sacrifice, but I find that now with Avenge out and Competitive Spirit, you really don't know what they're playing. You can't just assume it's Noble Sacrifice like you used to. So, yeah, I'll check for it with my face. If he gives me something to dagger, like I'll say he plays Recruit. I mean, it makes sense to just dagger, try to kill the Recruit, and then cut purse for a coin.
Let me think.
Also, I think this will actually give me the coin even if this is a Noble Sacrifice, won't it? So that's interesting, because if I attack his face, I can coin into a Shredder. Or I could try to kill the Recruit, and then coin into... Here's the problem. If it's Noble Sac, will I really go to the face for a coin? Don't let Paladins keep creatures. But, I mean, you are getting a coin, so it's like, what's the harder rule? Get free mana, or don't let Paladins keep creatures? If it is Noble Sacrifice and I lose the cut purse, I would probably do what? I'd probably just coin Shredder. That seems really good to be prepared for a 3-drop with a Shredder. Okay, let's check this. Okay, it was a Noble Sacrifice. No, it's cut purse. Cut purse poops a coin, and okay, so it's not Noble Sacrifice. Well, since it's not Noble Sacrifice, I'm not gonna coin Shredder. We're gonna just kill this thing. Is it Redemption? He wouldn't have played that. That would be stupid. And I will use the coin because why not? It's like I use up this extra mana crystal by spending the coin now. So it seems worth it to get this board presence out here. If I can attack his face again, I can coin into a lobber, which would clear out most 3-drops that he could play here. Now, he still has his coin, because I was the first player, so he just passed on turn 1. No, he didn't pass turn 1. He played a secret on turn 1, which is either, well, it's not Repentance, or Noble Sacrifice, or Redemption, or Eye for an Eye. So it is a Competitive Spirit or an Avenge, which is probably Avenge. Usually you wouldn't want to play Competitive Spirit because on the off chance that the recruit you make on turn 2 lives, you waste the Spirit.
I wonder.
Cut Purse. Pretty good. Well, is it a pretty good arena card, or is it just pretty good if you can play it on turn 2 and the opponent doesn't get in your way? Alright, so it looks like I'm being set up for an Avenge here. Yeah. So I could just kill it and then I forfeit the coin. Wait, no, I can't kill it because this is an Avenge, most likely. So I think the move is to pop the shield, throw this, hit face, coin out the lobber. Because if I attack first, then popping the shield hurts me a lot more. So let's do that. Confirm that it's Avenge. It is Avenge. Attack his face. Get a coin. And then use it for the lobber. God, wow, this is my first time actually using Cut Purse. I don't know what set this is from. Is this from Grand Tournament? Or is this... No, this gotta be Grand Tournament. I would have remembered this if it were Goblins versus Gnomes. Right? Oh, man. If it's Goblins versus Gnomes, it's been a... I can't believe I've been this long without ever playing it. And if it's a Grand Tournament, which I'm pretty sure it is, man, this card's good. The extra coin just allows you to basically... It's just unfair, you know? The old saying goes, to win games, you gotta do something unfair, and that's pretty much what this is doing. So now I have 6 mana to work with. Unfortunately, this 2-drop can't really be played, so if I'm using the coin, it would just be to put a dagger out. And I'll do it. I think that's worth it. Again, I had this mana crystal here that I wasn't using, so by using the coin, I essentially get 2 mana crystals, the one from the coin itself plus the one that was unspent in that turn. So he has 7 cards. Card-wise, I'm not really in the lead. Even with him losing a card to Avenge and me playing the Bomb Lobber, because the Cut Purse doesn't actually give me card advantage, it gives me tempo advantage, and he had the Hammer of Wrath to win back the card advantage of the Lobber. So I guess if I end up playing the Assassin's Blade, I'm going to have wasted the coin rather harshly. Probably should have considered that. Because you can just stack up coins and play them in multiples. Okay, does he have an answer for my Cut Purse? Kind of surprised he actually chose to kill my 3/3 instead of the Cut Purse. I think he'd realized the Cut Purse was being pretty good here. Alright, so I can hit this with my face, plus Shredder, or I can buff the Shredder. If I hit with my face, I can play the Farseer, and I have 3 mana left over, but I can't do anything with that 3 mana, except for, like, put the Farseer back in my hand. So really, if I'm not gonna do anything, I might as well just do this and hope it doesn't give me a Doomsayer. Well, it gives me the best possible 2-drop it could have given me. Awesome. So luck is definitely favoring me here. Oh yeah, I do have a coin, right, of course. I can waste just one of the points of healing here, and I'm going to hit him in the face with a dagger because I still have another tick of the weapon, and I've got this that I need to play, so it seems worth it for me to use it up. So this stroke of fortune, you know, is kind of wasted here. Now that's obviously a logical, good luck is never wasted because all events are independent, but here in this game I don't think this was all that critical of a flip, because a 3-2 or even a 2-2 would have been just as good. I mean, it wouldn't have been just as good, but I feel like I am standing just as good of a chance of winning the game. Of course, getting a 4/4 out of it is very strong. Note that, of course, the Battle Cry doesn't trigger, so he is not getting free spells this turn. Card-wise, I'm finally in the lead, sort of, thanks to Shredder. He has 7. He's 7 cards in hand. I have 7 on the table, and I'm drawing my 8th. Okay, Lord of the Arena is not that effective here. Because I'm at full health, so I don't really mind just whacking it with my face. I could also Brewmaster, replay the Dwarf, and just pop like that, which seems pretty solid. So, well, hang on. What's the alternative? To throw the Dwarf at this? And yeah, so the Dwarf's not getting to attack his face either way. Might as well just do this. Alright, so the Farseer, a 3-drop, trades up into a 6-drop, which seems pretty good to me. I'm going to go all face here, and I'm not going to remake the dagger with the coin, because here I don't really have enough plays in hand that I really think I'm not going to be able to spare the 2 mana for a dagger if I need it, especially since I have 1 mana of it already. So I'm just wasting 1 mana crystal. I really don't think that 1 mana crystal is going to make much of a difference with where I'm at in the game. So he does have a Consecration, so had this been like a 3-2, it'd be dead right now. So yeah, this I guess is actually kind of significant, because if this were dead, this would be 4 less damage I was dealing to him every turn. Given that 4 damage is a third of his health, it's kind of significant. On the other hand, I do have this, which is 12 damage over 4 turns. Okay, can I win? I do have to check for that, because I've got 8, 11 damage. It's a little bit risky, but we're gonna do this. I mean, oh yeah, I have a coin right there. I have to actually spend the coin. So he needs, you know, taunt, healing. He needs the works removal. This is a difficult situation to halt from, and it's only turn 8. My board is definitely overpowered relative to what turn we're on because of those extra coins from the cut purse. That cut purse was basically like a Darnassus aspirant for me. That doesn't have a negative death rattle and whose extra mana can be stacked from turn to turn. It was extremely strong here because I played it on turn 2 and he never did kill it. Okay, the Booty Bay is not going to be enough to stop him from dying. Does he have a way to give it Divine Shield maybe? No, it's still not going to be enough. With 3 mana, I don't know how he doesn't die here. Let's see, he could play Ooze, and I mean, he pretty much needs to have an Ooze and like a Shield Bearer to just not die right now. Seal of Champions. Alright, well, that will do it. Oh, I should have played Betrayal just to get an extra spell for my quest. Well, that's fine. We'll get that finished at some point here. Oh yeah, all those coins from the cut purse count as spells, so they're super helpful. Oh, great. Okay, anyway, we're going to do one more game. Hopefully this is a good one. So this one, I'm getting some unfair value out of cut purse, and in that game, the Shredder giving me a Millhouse Mana Storm. In the Warlock game, I had a few unfair elements being Onyxia and the Demon Caller. But really, apart from the cut purse, there's not that much. Granted, I've won 4 games, and 2 of them were off of the backs of cut purse. So, really glad I took that over the Pint-Sized Summoner and whatever the heck else was there. Up against, fuck his mom, the Mage. This is actually a pretty good opening hand. I mean, a Noyatron into the Cleric is always solid with Backstab for some support. Do you coin out the Tron? I don't know. Lets me put a dagger out on turn 2. Yeah, I'm gonna just do this. There's basically no way for her to kill this. And I'm happy to make a dagger on turn 2. With Backstab, I can kill just about any minion she would play. Ah, Creeper. Okay, well, I'm gonna actually take care of it. That's fine. It's annoying to take care of because it requires me to spend my Backstab and pop my shield and my dagger. So basically, compared to a regular 2-mana minion, I lost the shield on this, but that's fine. It's still worth it to get those spiders out of my hair. So we got a bunch of 3-drops, which isn't the most inspiring thing in the universe. She has good minions to play here. She could easily catch up. Alright. So I could play the cleric and buff this up and kill it, but the thing about that is, all it really does is lets me keep my dagger, which I don't value that much. I could just throw the Tron and the dagger at this, and then play the Farseer, which has an extra point of health. That seems worth it. I mean, against mages, the extra point of health doesn't matter for their spells too much, but it could matter against minions. Okay. So, that makes sense. I could either do this and just play the Crusader, or I can play this, or this. These both actually have the same effect. I'm going to do this. The reason I'm going to do that is because I actually might want the Farseer for healing my face against a mage. And she actually doesn't have any secrets, so that was a bit of a bluff, or she has them, but she drew them. Alright, she goes up a card here, and then goes up another card to ping that. So let's see, what is she at? 6 cards to my 5, soon to be 6. I'm doing alright here. It sucks on turn 5, I just play a 3-drop and pass. Where's Cut Purse when you need him? But that's okay. Do I hit her in the face here? No, I don't think it makes sense to hit her in the face. So I'm going to be spending my mana here, either playing the Crusher or Farseer plus the Agent. So it doesn't make sense to throw the dagger away. Sky Golem. Pretty good one here. Pretty good card. Well, I'm going to take the 6 face damage, I think, and just hope that she doesn't... Wait, hang on a second. Does that make any sense? I could just finish it with the Agent. Yeah, that makes more sense. Or I could dagger it, heal, and then... Yeah, I think this makes more sense. Ah, that's a tough call. I'm not actually sure what the right move there was. Alright, so that's lucky that it's a 5-3, so I actually don't need to use the SI Agent. So that's a kind of... Oh wait, no, so that's good. That means I get to play my 6-6. Right, yes, there we go. I knew that had to be a good thing, that I didn't need to use the SI Agent to kill the 4-drop. Okay, so she has 7 cards. Does she have an answer for this? Fireball, Polymorph, Flame Lance. Friggin' Flame Lance. Polymorph. Alright, it gives me a sheep, which is better than her having played a Fireball. And we're just biding our time so we can play this Kraken, which will hopefully be a good thing. Alright, do this and remake that. I mean, I could have gone for the Farseer in this, which was more stuff, but that also exposes me more to Flame Strike. This puts out more power in one body. And it keeps this on hand for use against a minion, which, you know, could be useful. Do I get to live the dream here? Oh my god, I totally do. 8 mana is perfect. So... Oh no, it's not actually. What am I talking about? This is only 6 damage. I'd have to take 6 face damage to kill this ogre. Or I could use the Dark Iron Dwarf and trade my tiger into this. Alright, we're gonna go for it. We are going for it here. It's risky taking this much damage versus a mage, but what's life if you don't spend it, right? I'm technically at 20. If she Flame Strike pings here, I play Kraken on her face. She goes to 16 and the Kraken will kill her in 2 hits. She plays a Nixia. Wow, I know something about that. Do I have my Dark Iron Skulker here? I don't. Alright, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 damage, and I'm down to 3 health. I don't think I can actually just play Kraken face. Wait, hang on a second. 5, 8, 11, 15. No, I can't Kraken face because this is 8. This is 14 power. Alright, so let's heal. I do want to make this a race, but for it to actually work, what do I need to be as a taunt? I think I just want my little guys to be taunts. I'm just basically trying to finish her before she kills me. If she has a Flame Strike now, by the way, I'm totally screwed. But this gets in the way of her, of basically a lot of her damage. Do I want to kill an imp? No, I think I just want to whack her face. And so basically now, if the dwarf can attack with the Kraken... Well, actually, if anything can attack with the Kraken, she's dead. She has a Flame Strike. Fuck. This is bad. because now the Kraken doesn't kill her and I'm dead next turn. So I need my Skulker here. She slow-balled the Flame Strike. Man, when she didn't play it the last turn, I thought she didn't have it, but she had it. Onyxia by herself kills me, so actually even if I have a Skulker, I would still die. So could I have played around that? Well, I could have. I could have, killed Onyxia and traded against these whelps. But, I mean, she really just won with Onyxia there, which I can't complain about because I definitely won with Onyxia in my last run. But it was a Stone Cold, just single card won the game for her. It's just too bad. Well, I can't really complain about luck, right? We had some really good cut purses, and I guess a good enough quality of minions and good enough quality of draws and flips from shredders and things to make it to 4-0. So I'm optimistic that we can get to 7 wins with this one in the next video. All right, thanks for watching. Please like and/or subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.